Hey Sagittarius, welcome to Aligned Souls Tarot. I'm Lindsey. Today we're going to be going over your single read for the next 7 days. So if you are single, this should resonate with you. If you are not, or if you're talking to somebody, have somebody in mind, then that will be in a different video called New Love, and those should be posted in a couple of days from now. So keep a lookout for those. Again, this one is just for singles. Do remember that this is a general read, so not everything is going to resonate with everybody. We're all on our own timelines. So if it does not resonate, feel free to come back in a couple of days up to a week to recheck it. If it still does not resonate at that point, then I suggest going and checking your other placements. So Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising signs. There's probably your message in one of those as well. It just kind of depends on, you know, where spirit guides want your answers to be, and I think probably what is being pulled the most out of your chart. So probably as the moon goes through its different phases, whichever phase it's in that's in your chart is probably going to be the strongest. But you never know. So do go check those out if you come back and it does not resonate. Again, it's a general read, so take what fits and leave the rest. Do not try to make it all fit, okay? If you would like a personal read, however, it is in the description box. There is a bunch of stuff in the description box, so make sure you check that out. What else? If you guys are new to the channel, welcome for starters. Please subscribe, because I am looking to start doing giveaways once we reach 100 subscribers. And those giveaways aren't going to just be tarot decks and crystals. It's going to be other ways of healing physically, mentally, and emotionally, spiritually as well, because I do run another business outside of this called Lindsey Alexis Coaching, but more specifically the healing lifestyle, and the information for that is in the description box as well. It's on all platforms except for Twitter, so go check those out. It has to do with genetics and health, coaching and healing, that kind of stuff, especially for those of you who have chronic illnesses. So go check that out. It's really resourceful. With all of that said, I don't think that there's anything else. Again, just make sure you guys are checking the description box. The decks I use are in there as well. Contributing to the channel is in there. There will be an extended read today, so that too is also in the description box. Okay, guys. So they're telling me to shuffle it one more time, so I will, and then we'll get started. All right. This is for the next 7 days as well. So we're going to start with what's going on kind of in your past right now, and then move on to what's happening in the next 7 days. So Sagittarius, what's been going on with you? You know, this one really wanted to come out. Okay. This is my Chakra Wisdom Tarot deck, so it does tell me kind of what chakras might be potentially blocked for you guys. They're telling me to get some more cards out, so I will. Alright, let's see if anything else needs to come out. I believe I got it all. Alright, bottom of the deck you have the 5 of Cups. Make sure you guys can see all of that. Yes, you can. Alright. Okay. Alright, so let's see what's been going on with you guys real quick. Just give me 1 second. Kind of read the cards here. All right, I get it immediately. I get a sense of giving up. Giving up on what exactly? We'll find out. A sense of defeat. What else? All right. I feel like you guys are holding on to things. You have, like I said a minute ago, you have this sense of defeat, like this sense of giving up because you're not letting go of things. There are things that are still bothering you. I'm getting a lot around the money aspect of things, but it could also be a stability in a past relationship is kind of holding you back, or you're still holding on to. I feel like you have an internal urge to like move forward, but I'm getting you're not being like truthful with yourself about that, or you're not, you're like turning a cold shoulder to it, a blind eye to it, out of fear of what has happened in the past, okay? So you kind of don't want to repeat cycles again. You kind of don't want the same thing to happen over again. This person that they're talking about to me right now was a soulmate connection. It was meant for you to learn some sort of lessons around. But it has really like taken a toll on you, especially, I'm just getting like self, I want to say from an emotional standpoint, but even like a mental standpoint, just so like all of self, right? Just all of self is kind of, they're telling me off the rocker, but like it's kind of like off kilter, like it's kind of offset. Just your whole self. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so you're kind of having issues with communication, you're having issues with passion, you're having issues with confidence. I feel like you kind of feel like you're lost, okay? And I get that. Like, I really feel that. Like, when I sit here, like, I really feel it's kind of like you don't know which way to turn, left or right. Yeah, just it's like a really defeated sort of energy. Okay, I'm gonna pull these and then we'll get the next 7 days, because I am curious about moving forward out of this. There we go. Yep. Okay, perfect. So bottom of the deck you have Ace of Swords in reverse. Sorry, just like some birds chirping. You guys are going to move out of this. If you haven't already, you are going to. And they're telling me that there is a victory around the corner, even though you're kind of in this blocked energy. The focus is around manifesting. It's around recognizing what it is that you truly want to come about. So getting really specific and tuning into qualities, attributes, that kind of thing around relationships. Not necessarily a person specifically, but around the relationship. How would you like the relationship to feel? How would you like the relationship to be? What would you like to have happen in that relationship? So not specific to the person, right? Because we can't manifest actual people. We have to manifest, well, I mean, technically you can in such a way, but you can't, like if you know of somebody that you would like to be with, you can't manifest that specific person into your life, but you can manifest a general sense of a person, and then that person who fills the majority of those qualities should come in. Okay, anyways, that's another story for another day. So just get really specific around the kind of relationship that you want. So they're telling me that this stuff that has happened in the past is putting you on a better start. They're telling me a leg up on moving forward. So you know that this kind of turmoil that has happened has taught you lessons, and you can learn from that in such a way where you know what it is you do and do not want now a little bit better, that you've been through this. Okay, so see it as this was an opportunity, even though it sucks and it hurts and, you know, it happens. See it as an opportunity for that growth, and for the main card that's in the middle here, this victory. Okay, you do have a lot of third eye chakra here, which is about your intuition and seeing, you know, trusting your intuition, that gut feeling, coming out of the ego self and more into the spiritual. So I would really focus on healing that specifically to help you move forward. However, there you do have a majority of all the other chakras too. So you have the root chakra, sacral chakra, solar plexus. You have your heart chakra 3 times here, your throat chakra 3 times here, and then you have your crown up top. Okay, so there is a lot of healing that can be done. I mean, even over here you have 3, right? So the root chakra here deals with those childhood wounds, those childhood traumas, and the belief systems that we are brought up in. So definitely you could start with healing that. I would heal that definitely, and your third eye chakra majorly, like those 2. But you can always follow the line. So you could start with your root, go to your sacral, go to your solar, go to the throat chakra, and move your way up through all your chakras and do this Kundalini rising sort of thing. And that could really shift a lot of things in your life and self, as far as feeling this defeat, right? You could regain your confidence from doing that. You could regain positivity from doing that. You could see the lessons that need to be learned. You could heal old wounds. Like, a lot of things come from healing your chakras. And that's really where I would suggest you starting, specifically Sagittarius, is starting with that third eye, so that way you open that up, kind of know where you're going, kind of see better, right? And then start at the bottom. Start with your root chakra, go all the way through. You're probably going to have to heal that third eye chakra once you get to that point again, because when you start shifting energies, it moves, right? So if you say, well, I already healed my third eye chakra and now I'm on my throat chakra, I'm just going to skip to my crown chakra, your third eye chakra is probably going to get jacked up again. So suggestion being, heal this first, then start from the bottom, heal your way through again, and go from there. Okay, I hope that helps a majority of you guys. So basically what I'm seeing over here is that there is victory, and there is something coming in. At the bottom here you have the Knight of Swords, which tells me there is some sort of communication coming through. It could also be, for some of you, a communication of truth for yourself. Okay, being true to yourself. Definitely manifestation, like I said, in this victory, but it's just coming out of letting go of the things in the past and not being so guarded towards a potential future. Okay, so let down your guard, basically. Also at the bottom here too, you have the 5 of Swords in the reverse, and they're telling me for you to stop watching this other person. Okay, to stop watching whoever this was that kind of jacked everything up. Stop keeping an eye on them. Kind of delete them from your social profile if you have to, and don't check up on them anymore, because they're holding you back by doing that, energetically, mentally, and emotionally. So quit doing that, basically, is what they're saying. What they're saying. Not to be so blunt about it. So next 7 days, they don't want me to use that deck, so I'm trying to figure out what deck they want me to use. All right, we're going back to this one. I feel like I've been using this one like all day for all the readings, but I guess if that's what they want me to do, then that's what they want me to do. All right, they want me to point this out to you, the 4 of Swords. This is about internal healing, which we already talked about, okay? Definitely healing needs to take place. Alright, so what's coming in the next 7 days for single Sagittariuses? Next 7 days. Okay, so you guys do have an offer coming in. It is another soulmate. Do not be leery of that. There is lessons to be learned with every soulmate that comes into your life here. Yep. They're telling you to release your burdens so that you can allow this to happen. So you can come into unity with this this person that is coming in. Yep, there's your victory card again. There's your cup card. Make sure you're filling your cup first before you go and fill other people's. That will greatly help you when it comes to, man, you guys got a lot of cards out now. That'll greatly help you when it comes to having a relationship, just kind of overall in general here, okay? So this one, this one, this one, this one. All right, how many do we have? 4. We have 9. I have to get one more. So let's start. Sorry guys, I need to organize these for a real hot second. It doesn't really matter, but it kind of does for me. Okay, I'm going to keep that like that for now. Oh, let me pull this one out. Okay, first of all, I'm getting be patient. You don't have the Temperance out here, but I am picking that up. Bottom of the deck, you have the Hangman in reverse, so there's definitely clarity that's coming about in the next 7 days. Okay, lots of cards. So, like I already said, releasing that burden of what's going to happen. I feel like there's anxiety around having another relationship, oh my gosh, just because of the turmoil that has happened in the past. But remember, with each soulmate energy is an opportunity for healing. So you are having another soulmate energy come in, okay? And there is victory. You have that right here in the middle of the deck. We saw the victory over here as well. So it's definitely some really good signs. You're being signaled to kind of take care of yourself first. Again, filling your cup first. So you have the Empress here on one side and the Ace of Cups on the other side of this victory card. Again, definitely just nurturing yourself, okay? Coming into that confident nature here with the Queen of Wands, right? Queen of Wands and the Empress are very similar in energies, along with the Queen of Pentacles. You guys did not get that card though. Yeah, so, okay. Sorry guys, I'm just needing a drink. What I'm seeing is there are some codependency issues here. I feel like you might give yourself too much to a person when that person comes along. And that's kind of where you get tattered when that relationship dies out. So there is the sense of healing those codependency issues. Again, that could go back to your root chakra and those subconscious childhood traumas or old belief systems. Once you've come out of that or start dealing with that, you do have these decisions. There's some decisions here that have to be made. We'll ask more about those in just a second, but you will come into your own. You will find peace. You will find happiness. You will find love of self, and that is absolutely what is the most important. Two things here I'm getting is the next offer that does come in is going to be very slow moving, and it's going to be slow moving because you need time to engage the waters as you go, and you need time to heal yourself as you go as well. Again, not wanting to dive deeply into something way too fast, too much, things like that. So you're going to be gauging this with every step of the way. They, however, do want to come in, fairly quickly. It is going to be some sort of a stable connection, very open communication on the side of you when it comes to moving too quickly. You're going to say, you know, I have a lot of things that I'm trying to heal and go through and figure out. So I do want to take my time with this and do it right. I don't want to rush in. So I feel like that's going to be open communication on your side. And I feel like this person is going to have the understanding of that. Okay. They're also telling me, like, once you get into this Empress energy here, you might have multiple offers to choose from. That could be another option here as well. But you're definitely going to have clarity about moving forward. All right, so let's figure out what these decisions are really quickly that you're going to have to be making. I'm getting there's two separate decisions here, two separate questions that come up, two different, I guess you just call them problems, but I don't think that they're problems necessarily. They're just two things. So I'm going to separate these out. We're going to figure out what these two things are, starting with this one, the Two of Swords. Okay, let's see what we have here. All right, so you have two cards that came out for this one. I'm going to try to get one more card for clarity here. There we go. Okay, cool. So, with the first decision that you have, it's going to be about, it's about emotional vulnerability versus a future with this person that's coming in, or choosing yourself, basically choosing yourself over this person. And I feel like you guys are going to do the proper healing, right, that we have been talking about. So you're going to know how to navigate this choice very well. You're going to be able to communicate efficiently, effectively, to where this person is understanding, where you're not going to be all giving to this person. You are going to fill your cup first. I'm getting emotional vulnerability. I don't know if I already said that or not. But you're going to choose emotional vulnerability and not be afraid to show this person that emotional vulnerability. I'll keep these right here for right now. One more thing is, let's see, doing the work of healing yourself within, and expressing that to this person. Like I mentioned, you know, you're going to come at them and say, you know, I have a lot of healing that I'm doing in the process of, so I need you to be really patient with me when it comes to this relationship and moving forward. I feel like you're just really going to own it, right? Which is amazing. All right, second decision here that's going to have to be made. Bunch of cards. Okay, they want this one over here. Okay, we can do that, totally. All right, so you have, so you're going to be tempted. You're going to be tempted to repeat old habits, as far as not sticking up for yourself, to not having that confidence, to being in that codependent sort of energy. So you're going to have, you're going to learn, right? You're going to learn and you're going to put it into practice, and then you're going to be tested on it. And that's what this is. This is your test, which is why you're going to be tempted to kind of go back, because you're going to be tested. And tests are like the hardest thing ever once you, on this healing journey, once you actually you're like, oh, I really got this. You know, I learned this, I healed this, I did this, I'm practicing it, it's all good. And then you get that test, and that test, will throw you on your feet sometimes, and then you got to repeat what you've learned because it's different, right? But, so you're going to be tempted with wanting to go back to this codependency that you had previously that really hurt you so bad, because you're going to be tempted to put your guard down, ignore the things that you have learned, and that will result in this lack of confidence, because you're going to get really entangled with this person. And we're going to go in the extended and actually find out more about your person and their attributes, things like that. And I have a really strong feeling that it's going to come out that you guys will be really passionate. about each other. And that's kind of where this codependency might come from. On the other side of that, so your temptation is the codependency, but on the other side, there's this impatience, probably from this person. It could be from you as well, where you just kind of want to jump the gun and just be really involved in this relationship, but you're being asked to kind of take your time with it, right? We already discussed that, about taking your time and healing yourself. And I feel like the temptation is going to be to kind of jump all that and be impatient about it, because you're afraid of losing this person because the passion is so much. So they're asking you to kind of turn your head away from the fear of losing a person and the fear and being impatient about it. Okay, so the fear of losing somebody, withdrawing passion, and being impatient, right? To turn your back towards being impatient. So please be patient. The passion is definitely going to be there when you get tested, in practicing what you preach, basically, is what they're telling me. Okay, so yeah, see, bottom of the deck, even with this deck, you have the Ten of Swords in the reverse. So it's about new beginnings, and I definitely feel you guys are going to be strong enough to turn the page in order to make this new beginning happen for you guys. I'm going to get the bottom 5. They're telling me to get the bottom 5 with this deck too. So you have the Hangman again, clarity. You have the King of Pentacles in reverse, the Four of Cups, the Three of Wands in reverse, and the Eight of Cups, followed by the Five of Wands in the reverse here. Okay, so with all of this, sorry, they're telling me a couple of things here. Okay, so they're telling me you're going to walk away from the things of your past. They're not worth fighting for. That's your realization that you're going to have, is that they're not worth fighting for. And you're going to be okay to walk away from it, because you're going to find this cup that's coming in, and that cup is your cup. That cup is your cup to fill, so that this person who's coming in, you can fill their cup, just as equally as you fill yours and they fill theirs. So you're gaining clarity on the situation that you have to walk away, that this, whatever this thing was in the past that we discussed earlier, is not worth holding on to. And that's where your clarity is going to be. So you thought that you had a future with this person because they were your soulmate, but now you're turning over a new leaf, and there's somebody else coming in who is also another soulmate. I'm getting that the person of your past wasn't cut out to be all that you thought that they were initially, and that's kind of a hidden fear as well as far as moving forward, is you feel like the person who's going to come in is, they're telling me, going to be too good to be true situation, and that is not true. And they speak their truth. They act as if they act as if they speak. They act. Okay, so what they say is true in the sense of, like, their actions speak as equally as their words do. So normally it's like their actions speak louder than words, but they're telling me it's the same. Okay, what they say will be shown in their actions just as equally. And so you don't have to worry about the same situation that happened with the person in the past, as far as them not being all that you thought that they would be. The person coming in is everything that they say they are. There's no hidden There's no hidden instability or no hidden there's no hidden truth behind what they say, I guess. Okay, so let's get 1 or 2 oracle cards out. All right, they're telling me to get these. And then we will go over to the extended. Like I said, in the extended, we're kind of going to go into personality of this person, ways to help you guys heal. So I already told you some chakras, but we can get more specific on all of that. Maybe even dive deeper into specific childhood traumas around the codependency if they'll let me go that far. So this will be for the next 7 days, Sagittarius. Next 7 days, advice. You have go the distance in the reverse, which is a protection message. Imagine in the reverse, so that manifestation again coming through. And I'll try to get you one more. Perfect. Observer. Okay. These I do read in from the book. I think I mentioned that. I don't know. Guys, I feel like I'm like talking, but not like it's not registering with my head, which is typically what happens when I get really involved in a tarot read. I just kind of let the words flow and I don't really think about it. So if I repeat myself, I apologize. All right, number 47, go the distance. 47, if you're into numerology, reduces to, was that a 10? 7, 8, 9, 10. No, it's an 11. Awesome, an 11 card. That's awesome. Divine guidance. Twin flame for some of you guys. Soulmate, definitely. But that also reduces to it down to a 2. So 47 protection message says, do you feel as if you've been wandering in the desert now for ages and ages and nothing is happening? Wow, that really resonates, guys, because that's exactly what we talked about in the past here. The feeling defeated, right? When you conjure up the image of a desert, you picture parched lips, sunburned skin, and mirages. But there's more to it than that. Amid the hot sands are creatures with resilient spirits, tough skins, and the willingness to burrow deep underground for water so that they may thrive. This is a time for developing survival skills and resilience. You're learning how to conserve your strength, and in this temporary time of austerity, it's wise to be selective about where you expend your energy. Listen to the call of your soul because it will never lead you astray. This is an important time for letting go of what's not important. So awesome, because we talked about letting go of things of the past, right? Letting go of things that no longer serve you and moving towards this newer energy of healing yourself and manifesting what it is that you actually want and need. But we also talked about going deep within and healing these wounds and these past traumas that are still holding you back, okay? Wasn't there the I guess you guys didn't get this. No, yes, you did. You got the Strength card in reverse. That's what I was looking for. So the Strength card in the reverse is exactly what they're telling you here about conserving your energy and knowing being selective about where to expend it. Okay, so that's going to be part of that testing of your of what you've been preaching and practicing once you start to do the actual healing. Okay. Okay, next you have Imagine in the reverse. So again, that's a protection message. That is the number 20, which again reduces down to the number 2. All right, so it says, illusions and wishful thinking rooted in a sense of lack have entered your life. And again, okay guys, real quickly, with that, remember we said there was a fear of, not this card, sorry. Hold on, right here. There was this fear. There was this fear of losing. I don't know, can you guys see that? Okay, there's this fear of losing. things, right? The thing that you've been working on. There's a fear of losing that connection with this person. So that would be a sense of lack. Again, we have the lack of confidence here and things like that, which are all indicating from the past as far as that defeat goes, right? Okay, so a sense of lack has entered your life. Now may be the time to see things as they truly are and not as you hoped or imagined they would be. Again, going back to this King of Pentacles here, kind of thinking about how you thought things were supposed to be a certain way and they didn't turn out that way, right? Okay. Release any fear, then envision anew. Perhaps you're anticipating that something fearful might happen and recreating that image of disaster over and over in your mind. The universe responds to such projections, so be aware of this catastrophizing. No matter what, illusions and awfulizing are a misuse of imagination. Clear the inner slate and stay grounded. Stay real. Only then can you truly have what you desire. Okay, great message there. It really lines up with literally everything we've been talking about, which is great. I absolutely love when, you know, the tarot cards line up with the oracle cards and the message repeats itself. It's definitely just this confirmation that the message is true, and honestly that I'm doing correct by you guys, by what I have already said, right? Because I can't make this up. Like, you see me, you know, shuffle and pull cards. Like, I just do it how they fall, right? So there's no way that I could actually make it line up like this. Okay, lastly you have number 49, which is the Observer. 49 reduces to what, 13, which reduces down to number 4, which is a double of the 2. So you kind of have 2 plus 2 equaling 4, which is awesome. Good signage there. Definitely divinely guided, definitely spiritually guided when it comes to all of this, right? But it's about a coming together as well. Okay, you don't have the protection message. I don't know why I was on that page. So, Observer means perspective, objectivity, neutral observation from a distance. The oracle's message is that most people see the world through a personal lens. They closely identify with their feelings and experiences, so much so that they come to believe that these are the only reality. There are times when you need distance in order to gain perspective and understand your circumstances from a more neutral vantage point. Now is one of those times in your life. This is a perfect moment for you to begin to do some exploring. Instead of only considering yourself, consider what you need to understand about the conditions, people, culture, and environment you're engaged with now. You'll be so happy you did. Illumination is the miracle you seek and will indeed find. Okay. Okay, so definitely with that one, everything we've already talked about, right, with the self-healing and things and getting that different perspective as far as healing those past traumas and wounds that we have that help us or don't help us, right, that, what's the word, it's not enable, oh, I can't think of the word, but they give us the disadvantage of seeing life as it truly is, right, those past traumas and wounds and things like that. So sorry guys. So definitely, you know, like I said, it's in line with everything that we've said, taking that other perspective, and you'll be able to do so once you start healing some of these wounds. Just a small recap. Remember we said about the root chakra, but definitely starting with the third eye chakra, then moving to the root chakra and working your way up. There's some really great videos on Meditative Mind. I personally use those. It's on YouTube, Meditative Mind. They have guided ones. They have regular, well, they have mantras, but then they also have like the Tibetan bowls and sounds and frequencies and that kind of stuff to help you heal these different chakras and areas of your life. Again, I use them in meditation. Listen to them as you sleep, all kinds of stuff. It's really good things, okay? All right, so I am taking this over to the extended read. The information for that is in the description box, so I really hope that you guys meet me over there with that. We're going to dive into areas of healing, obviously. We're going to dive into this person, probably give you a better idea of who this person is. Yeah, and any other guidance that you guys need, and not specific to the next 7 days, just overall in general, okay? All right, so I hope you guys enjoy this video. Like the video if it resonated. Share it out. Share it to your friends and family. Just remember that not everything's going to resonate with everybody, so come back at a later date, or check your other sign placements as well. All right, Sagittarius, have a great day or evening, depending on when you are watching this, and I will see you guys next time.